Okay, thank you very much. It is quite important for us as a ministry, more importantly, for us to then be able to come up, especially with women empowerment in terms of digital skills, so that women can also even get involved in entrepreneurship. You will see that right now we've got this ICT conference, which is happening inside the Women's Month. And what we need to do is for us to see measures that we can put in place, especially as a ministry, so that we can come up with policies that are also pro-women. It's important as well to also look at, a lot of people are being exposed to cyber attacks. Let's also look within the Cyber and Data Protection Act and see what needs to be done, which is more centered to women. You also realize that it's important for us to have an affirmative action program, which will see women get into basic literacy skills. But it's not only about basic literacy skills. We need to go a step forward. Let's look at us, looking at us getting involved even in coding. And even for the young women, we also need to look at them. You realize there was a program that we said we also needed to do. Let's look at the curriculum that is being offered right now at the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. What is it that we need to do? Let's introduce coding. Let's also introduce robotics for those young girls as early as primary school. And you also realize that for us to be able to progress, we need to be able to empower women, especially in the digital era. It's important for us to empower women. If you empower women, you've empowered the nation. And I'm also grateful that our president has also given me this mandate to also be able to see what we can do, which is quite affirmative to women. When you're definitely leading a space that also you realize that women are quite marginalized in it, you need to come up with policies. You need also to come up with regulations which are pro-women. So for me, I'm saying it's important. Let's empower the women. Let's see them get involved in entrepreneurship. Right now, the world is talking about e-commerce. What is it that we need to do? A lot of people are a bit scared about what is going to happen after AI. The future Zimbabwe has to look at what the disruptive technologies are offering. And for us as a country, let's see how we can then be able to see how we can engage AI. What is it that we need to do? What framework, what policy do we need to come up with so that people don't get scared to say maybe we'll lose our jobs if AI is going to come in. After all, AI is upon us. But what we just need to do is then to realize what is it that is important that we also need to take upon ourselves. And again, let me thank the Computer Society of Zimbabwe, which has seen it fit to also take all women on board. It's important that we meet as women and also discuss issues which are pro-women. And today we are here to discuss on issues to do with ICT. ICT, this is where the world is, and this is what we also need to adopt as a country. And we are happy that coming up with the policies, just last week we launched our policy. Launching our policy also needs to look in place and say, yes, we've got a policy. It needs to be unpacked. It needs to be implemented. So we need to implement ICT policies and also look at women. Since you realize, as the statistics say, you realize that we have got very few women. 17% are women who are CEO women in the tech space. And you also realize that there are very few women who are even leading in boards, especially concerned looking at ICT. So we need to come up with sound policies, and not only that, we also need to come up with affirmative action programs which will see women get involved in ICT. Maybe even come up with incentives. If ever any woman is going to empower, if any company is going to empower a woman in ICT, let's look up for incentives. Let's look for tax holidays, anything of that sort, which will see women being proactive and also women also getting involved muchly in ICT. Thank you.